All right, let's talk about a true global phenomenon, Tomorrowland. You've probably heard it called the Mecca of electronic dance music, a literal fairy tale brought to life. But with tickets vanishing in minutes and a reputation that's just massive, you gotta wonder, is the hype for real or is it just some of the best marketing on the planet? Let's dig in.
But before we break down Tomorrowland itself, let's just zoom out for a second. What really separates a fun weekend of music from an event that becomes truly legendary? Is it the lineup, the crazy stage production, or is it something else? The vibe? We're going to use this question as our lens to figure out where Tomorrowland really stands.
Okay, so first things first, let's pull back the curtain on the official story. This is the meticulously crafted myth that Tomorrowland sells to the world. It's the brand, the image, the fairy tale that pulls hundreds of thousands of people to a tiny town in Belgium year after year.
And this is really the key to how they see themselves. This isn't just about throwing some DJs on a stage. No, it's about creating a complete fantasy universe, a comprehensive experience. Every single year gets its own unique, story-driven theme, and it's all built on these core pillars, from the absolutely mind-blowing stages to the ideas of unity and community. And the sheer scale of this thing is, well, it's staggering. We are talking about 400,000 people. They call them the people of tomorrow, and they come from literally every corner of the globe. This isn't just a festival. For 2 weekends, it's basically a temporary multicultural city built entirely around electronic music.
And this right here, this is the heart of their brand. The official tagline just perfectly captures that idealistic, super positive, and inclusive vibe they push. It's the exact feeling they sell in those world-famous after movies, and you know what? It's a hugely powerful part of the myth.
But here's the thing. The magic doesn't just stay in Belgium for a couple of weekends a year. Oh no. Over the years, Tomorrowland has absolutely exploded from just one event into a massive, year-round global entertainment empire. I mean, just look at this reach. You've got spin-off festivals in the French Alps and Brazil. You've got this touring stage concept called Core. They've got residencies in party capitals like Ibiza and Vegas. And then there's the whole media ecosystem, their own radio station, a music label, even a DJ academy. This constant presence keeps that hype machine churning 365 days a year. So, okay, with this enormous global brand and this picture-perfect fairy tale image, the actual on-the-ground experience has to be flawless, right? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Festival veterans have some very, very strong and often conflicting opinions. This question, right here, posted on Reddit, kicked off a fantastic debate that gets right to the heart of it all. It pits Tomorrowland against its biggest rivals and really forces us to look past the slick marketing videos and into what fans actually experience. So, on one side of the argument, you have the true believers. These fans will tell you that while other festivals might be amazing in one or two areas, Tomorrowland's unique combo of detailed themes, the international crowd, and just the overall organization puts it in a whole different league. But then, on the other side, you have the skeptics. This is the voice of someone who's been to the others, EDC, Creamfields, Ultra, and they argue that once you're actually there, the polished after-movies give way to a much more familiar reality. Mud, dust, and all the usual grit you'd expect from a massive European festival. And this slide just perfectly sums up that divide. On one hand, the official story is selling this pristine, almost Disney-like fantasy. But on the other, the fan experience described in the debate is, well, it's a lot more raw. Sure, the vibe can be amazing, but like any gathering of tens of thousands of people, it has its fair share of messy toilets and some less than magical moments. So, let's break this down even more. To really get a clear picture, we've got to compare these festivals on the stuff that fans actually care about. Let's look at the numbers.
And when you look at the data, it's not a clean sweep for Tomorrowland at all. When you break it down, its competitors often win on pure size. Creamfields is noted as having the biggest site and the most stages. EDC Las Vegas has a bigger footprint and a scale that's just described as electric. Tomorrowland's real strength isn't necessarily its size, but its incredibly detailed, intricate production.
So then we get to what might be the single most crucial point for a lot of fans, value. Historically, Tomorrowland has delivered this top-tier, super immersive experience at a way lower price point than its main American rival, EDC. I mean, think about it. For the cost of 2 tickets and basic camping at EDC, you could literally fly to Europe and do the whole thing at Tomorrowland. That creates an incredible perception of value.
So if it's not always the biggest, and it's not always as perfectly clean as the videos make it seem, what is the secret to its insane sellout success and legendary status? What is Tomorrowland's secret sauce?
It really seems to come down to this powerful 3-part formula. First, the unparalleled artistic vision and world building that is just on another level. Second, their absolute mastery of digital marketing, turning every festival into a global online event. And third, the knockout punch, delivering all of that magic at a price that for years just felt like a steal. It's the combination of these 3 things that created the legend.
And that leaves us with one last big thought. As Tomorrowland's own prices start to creep up and its competitors keep evolving, can this fairy tale last forever? Is the whole phenomenon a unique case of lightning in a bottle, a perfect alignment of art, marketing, and value that can never be repeated? Or has it created a blueprint for the future of all festivals? Now that's the real question.